Hello and welcome to Kaiju Review.
Today we're going to be covering a franchise we haven't touched on in a while.
At least not on this show.
We're going to return to Daiei's Giant Turtle franchise with Gamera vs. Viras, the fourth film in the franchise.
Now, while this isn't the first film to embrace Gamera's whole friends to all children mantra, it is the first to heavily feature a non-Asian character.
That's true. Let's get to the review.
In space, a hive of bee-buds, an alien spacecraft, sends out a message to all its crew members as they approach Earth. The voice reveals their intention of robbing Earth of its resources to resupply the aliens' own planet. Before they can reach Earth, the spacecraft encounters Gamera. The fire turtle destroys the ship, but not before it sends out a message to its home planet of Viras, warning of Gamera.
Down on Earth, a Boy Scout troop are excited to visit a military research facility which has an impressive submarine. Two of the scouts, Masao and Jim, mess with the subs, reversing its controls.
That's not how that works.
Clearly this is a kid's movie.
Shush you.
Masao's sister Makiko uses a special compass to locate her missing brother. She then contacts the boys using the same compass, which is also a communicator, and chastises the boys.
A scientist and the troop leader attempt to operate the sub, but due to the tampering, they aren't able to properly control it. When they get out, the troop leader informs the scouts that they won't be able to use the sub, but Masao convinces them that he and Jim can control it.
Ha! Whatever, kid. I highly doubt you, a child, knows how to drive a sub. As they know what's been tampered with, the boys are able to explore the depths. Well, I was wrong. A second Verasian ship arrives from space, and its mystery voice commands its crew that they must eliminate Gamera. The boys encounter Gamera during their dive, radioing back about the encounter with the children-loving monster, with Jim taking pictures as proof. The Virasians attack Gamera, trapping him under an electric bubble along with the kids. With the communicator not working, the boys plead with Gamera to get them out, which he does, allowing them to escape. Why Gamera doesn't just let the bubble up himself is beyond me.
The aliens reveal to the audience that the bubble can't hold Gamera for more than 15 minutes, and so they search through his memory in hopes of finding a weakness. We're gonna skip ahead about 10 minutes, because this next part is just reusing footage from the past 3 Gamera movies.
A trend that has continued on in the next few sequels. Not that the footage is from bad movies, we already covered them.
The Virasians find that Gamera's weakness is his love of children.
Back on the surface, the boys are unable to prove they encountered Gamera due to poor lighting, ruining the pictures that they were taking. While the adults don't believe the boys met Gamera, they do believe in aliens when the spaceship appears above the ocean. Then Gamera emerges to face it, making the whole poor lighting deal kind of pointless. The boys are put to sleep and abducted, and the Virasians use the boys as hostages to make their getaway.
These aliens are mean.
Have you ever seen a nice alien in any of these movies?
Shut up. The Verasians then use the boys as leverage against Gamera, telling the giant turtle to obey lest the boys are killed. The families of the kidnapped boys are worried as Gamera flies over the research center and into the ground beyond, and the spaceship lands nearby.
Inside the ship, the boys wake up and hide when the crew of the ship appear, while the alien who can see the boys just kinda ignores them while also showing them how to activate the ship. A Verasian then sneaks up on the boys, watching them creepily before leaving. The boys attempt to follow, but they can't float like the aliens for some reason, so they just walk.
You'll never float with that attitude. The Verasians attach a control device to Gamera's head and take control of the monster, making him perform tricks for their amusement. The boys decide to explore more, and they find a machine that gives them juice and fruits. This results in the boys discovering that the ship is controlled by thoughts. They try to get the machine to make them objects to escape, but it doesn't work, and the aliens catch them.
The Verasians give the boys free range on the ship as long as they don't try to harm the aliens or their ship.
That seems like a huge security risk, if you ask me.
The boys then question the aliens to find out if they are aliens, but they just ignore the question, then leave. The boys try to get the machine to give them fruit with a knife, but it only gives them sliced fruit because the machine isn't stupid.
You know, for smart kids, they sure are dumb.
The boys follow a Verasian into another room, where something steals Masao's hat. They find the hat nearby and smell fish, encountering a large squid-like space creature. The boys suspect the Verasian is locked in a cage because they deemed it dangerous. They discover the creature can understand them and decide to let it out when they get the opportunity. While they try to escape, they catch a Verasian who loses a limb. The alien prevents them from moving around freely by strapping them to a wall.
About time they figured out how much of a security risk these kids were.
Well, under the Verasians' control, Gamera attacks a dam.
Wait a second. That's footage from Gamera vs. Barugon.
I thought we were done reusing footage from the other films.
Masao's sister contacts the boys, tells them what Gamera's doing. The boys wish they have eaten more earlier, while Gamera attacks Tokyo via footage from the first film.
Again?
The boys make one more attempt to escape while the Verasians contact Earth to give their demands. The Defense Force discusses what to do about Gamera and the aliens while worrying about the boys. The guy in charge tells their parents about the demands being made and informs them that the UN is discussing how to proceed. Mariko is unable to get in contact with Masao, and scientists help her boost the signal.
The boys manage to free themselves and receive a signal from Makiko, which Makiko explains the situation to the boys, and Masao tells them to ignore them and destroy the Varelian ship. The head of the Defense Forces received a call from the UN informing everyone they've been ordered to surrender. Masao and Jim still pleads for them to destroy the ship as the Scoutmaster reminds them of their stunt earlier, which inspires Masao to try the same tactic on the aliens.
Okay, now the kids are outsmarting the aliens. The Verasians begin gloating over their imminent victory and order Gamera to destroy humanity. The boys distract them by claiming the squid monster escaped, and then begin tampering with the controls and manage to reverse them, escaping from the ship. The aliens order Gamera to kill the boys, but with his mind control broken, he attacks the spacecraft.
I guess Gamera's done being their lapdog.
The Viridian gather around the squid monster, and now revealed to be their leader, Viras, and plead to be saved. Viras frees himself from his cage and sends a message to the planet Virus declaring their interest in destroying Gamera while the turtle destroys the ship.
Virus, the squid, realizes it's time for the last resort and decapitates his underlings. Having witnessed this, Masao realizes that the aliens they had seen before were kidnapped humans the aliens were wearing like suits. Virus absorbs his underlings into himself to grow to giant size to battle Gamera on equal footing.
It took most of the movie, but we're finally getting some good old Kaiju on Kaiju action.
Virus and Gamera begin battle with encouragement from Masao and Jim, with Virus throwing a piece of the destroyed ship at Gamera. This does little to stop Gamera, causing Virus to hide in the sea and grab Gamera with its tentacles from below. Gamera then drags Virus out of the sea and beats him on the rock. Virus knocks Gamera onto his back, flinging him into a sand dune.
Virus attempts to stab Gamera with its head, but Gamera stops it with a rock and knocks the alien back into the sea. Virus frees its head and drags Gamera back to the surface and flips Gamera onto his back on the beach. Virus then impales Gamera with its head. repeatedly. With Masao and Jim's encouragement, Gamera flies into the sky with Virus impaled in himself. As Gamera enters the upper atmosphere, Virus freezes to death and Gamera flings his corpse into the ocean. Everyone celebrates Gamera's victory as the film comes to a close.
That was Gamera vs. Virus. It's an alright movie, but not the best and not the worst either.
This movie marks Gamera's shift to being more of a kid-friendly franchise.
Godzilla did the same thing, but never reached the same level of kid-friendliness.
Well, aside from a certain movie that shall not be named.
Yeah, but both went over to the dark side in later films.
But that's a topic for other videos.
Till next time, I'm Tank.
I'm Protomet.
See ya!